What's up YouTube, it's Sankey and I make videos on the stock market, guys. We've got a jam-packed one for you today. Before I get cracking, please check out that link down below. That's Trading 212. Go and grab yourself a free share of stock worth up to $100. Now without further ado, let's take a quick look at the portfolio. Up on screen is my YouTube growth portfolio, currently sitting at £48,000. If you've been rocking with the channel, you know we've seen explosive growth in this portfolio in the last 24 hours. You know, on Sunday the portfolio was standing at about 46,000. Pre-market it was at 47. Close of day, guys, over £48,000. That's just the power of the stock market, and the strategy that I've been putting into place over the last few days and weeks with you guys is paying off. So I know a lot of you guys have been messaging me today saying your portfolios are doing well and some of the plays that you've been jumping in are performing well. So if you're new to the channel, that's what we do over here. So hit that subscribe button, become part of the Stock Flicks. So before I jump into our home run play, just want to do a quick update on Marathon Patent Group. A lot of us already doubled our money in this one, and I said we could double the double up, right? So today's trading, they're up 24%, so they're on their way. You remember we started this play at about $4, we doubled at 8, and I said we can get to 16. We're not too far off that. If Bitcoin continues to show momentum in that price, then Marathon Patent Group is well on its way to that $16 mark. Now, so as I said to you guys, do set your trailing stop losses, do set your limit orders on this one. It could potentially be pretty volatile, right? Especially if we get downwards momentum in the Bitcoin price, and you want to make sure you lock in your profits, right? So each and every day I am setting my limit orders on this one. I want to make sure I lock in my profits. Alright guys, so now onto the home run play. Up on screen we've got Alpine 4 Technologies, ticker symbol ALPP. Now, a lot of you are not strangers to Alpine. Some of you already have your positions in Alpine, and so do I. But there's been some big news announced today, and there's still massive upside in this play. So if you don't have a position, there's still an opportunity to make great returns on Alpine. So Alpine are essentially an investment company. They're a holding company. They go out there and they acquire lots of different businesses, right? But what's unique about them is they try to vertically integrate their portfolio businesses and create synergies. This is going to reduce a lot of the costs and also improve their supply chain. So for example, they have a company in their portfolio that manufactures PCBs, right? Printed circuit boards. That company is Quality Circuit Assembly. So Quality Circuit Assembly can be thought of as the platform business. They'll then go out and acquire more businesses which will use the PCBs from Quality Circuit Assembly, right? That just reduces their costs and, as I said, improves their supply chain. Now, one of the businesses that they acquired recently was Impossible Aerospace. They are a drone manufacturer which will use the PCBs from Quality Circuit Assembly. So it's a very powerful arrangement. So the big news that came out is that one of the largest drone manufacturers, a company called DJI, they're a Chinese manufacturer, has been blacklisted by the US. This is a very significant advancement for the industry because DJI actually controlled about 70 to 80% of the commercial drone space, right? This is why the share price of Alpine has absolutely exploded. This is very significant because DJI were doing billions and billions in revenue each and every year. They had partnerships with almost 1,000 law enforcement agencies in the US. Now a lot of that business is going to dry up and someone has to fill that gap, and a key contender for that is Alpine, right? This is why it's such a significant movement in that drone space. So this is fantastic for us prospective and current Alpine shareholders. Now, in terms of what DJI's business is going to look like going forward, they are still going to be making sales in the short term, but it's going to have an effect on their business. It's going to have an effect on their supply chain as well as their hardware, right? Because this whole blacklisting means that they're not going to have access to US technology, and US technology is a big component of their business. So it's worth noting that Impossible Aerospace clock in a few millions in revenue each and every year, but now they potentially have access to billions. So this is huge. Now Alpine have actually come out and said they're just getting warmed up with that drone manufacturing space, and I do agree with them. I think there's a lot of opportunity on the table. Right now they have two subsidiaries. They have their emergency and medical services where they use their drones for those applications, and they're also expanding into delivery, right? Delivery hasn't yet taken off, but there's huge opportunity if they can make that market work. But guys, it doesn't stop there. You know, we're forward looking, we're always looking at, you know, future opportunities, and there's a few more applications that drones can be used in. It could be used in the film sector, it could be used in construction, it could be used in mining. There's a lot of different use cases for drones that they could potentially go into and access a much larger addressable market, right? Another thing I really like about Alpine is that platform business, quality circuit assembly, is not just restricted to drones, right? Those PCBs, those printed circuit boards, can be used in a number of different industries and businesses. It can be used in medical businesses, it can be used in industrial businesses, it can be used in electronics businesses, but also, guys, it can be used in automobiles, right? For the sensors for autonomous driving. This is so powerful, and we all know that a lot of companies are currently now in that race to get autonomous driving technology ready for consumer use. So going into 2021, I see a lot of opportunity for Alpine. They do about 2 acquisitions per year. So going into next year, I do see them acquiring a couple of businesses and vertically integrating them with quality circuit assembly. So it's going to be exciting times for the business in the future. Quickly to touch on their valuation, guys, they have about 250 million in market cap. They're set to do about 35 million in sales this year. This gives them a price to sales of 7 times. This is not astronomically high, and I do see this being driven up on the back of good news, more acquisitions and growth in their portfolio companies. In terms of entry point, if we can get in at $1.50, this is a good deal on my end. I do see this company doubling within 2 to 6 months time. If you've been rocking with the channel for a while now, you know what time of the day it is. It's question of the day time. Now this question comes from Sharon. The question is, do you think NIO will have another pullback? So thank you very much for sending in this question, and I know it's going to help a lot of people out. And I've got this question several times throughout the day because yes, NIO is on some really strong positive upwards momentum, and it has been on the last few days, and it is showing signs that it wants to creep up to that $50 resistance line, right, which it hit a couple of weeks back. Now, do I see NIO having a significant pullback? I do not see NIO having a significant pullback unless there is some adverse news that we get in the market, and it's unlikely. It could happen, but I do think it is unlikely. I have adjusted my entry price into NIO because I have seen very strong momentum in that share price. So my new entry price is $46.50. Now it's $46.50 because this is 5% off the current price. Now, because I don't see NIO getting any bad news before the end of the year, that 5% just allows for normal market fluctuation. So we might be able to get in at a 5% cheaper price before the end of the year. Have to remember, there are some big catalysts coming up, guys. We have the delivery numbers for December coming out probably on the 1st of January. We've also got NIO Day coming up on the 9th of January. They're going to be releasing their full year results pretty soon after that, and you know that they've got 2 new sedans coming up. So there's a lot of catalysts on the way, and that could really push that share price right through the 50s and into the 60s. So now is an important time, if you haven't built up your position in NIO, to be thinking about it or to be doing so, right? Because remember, going into 2021, NIO has got a fantastic future. So I want you guys to have your positions ready to enjoy that upwards momentum in its share price. It's going to do fantastic things for your portfolio. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. Do hit a like on the video, it really helps the channel out. If you're new, do hit that subscribe button. I post every single day. Got a lot of videos coming for you this week, and just to ensure that we capture all the opportunities in the stock market and finish the year off on a high. So as I always say, do check into this channel each and every day. The stock market is rapidly moving and you never want to miss a beat. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.